Well, I suppose we should get started then. We're off to a slow start today. Can't say I'm overly surprised. It's the danger of starting around the same time as Faithful. We have the same communities just about, so I don't blame everyone. Why does it say that I'm offline? Huh? Oh my god, how many times do I have to say don't show me that? Every time I open up Twitch, it just pops up that thing that's like, hey, let's try collab stuff. Let's try the knock on door mechanic. And every time there's an option that says, do not show me this again. And I click on it, and then every time it shows me it again. Don't know. Don't know what that's about. By which I mean, I know exactly what that's about. They're trying to force that system really hard because it's new and they need a win, and I'm not going to use it because it's not a good idea. I already know how to do collabs, thank you. Anywho, we'll start with our opening prayer and then we will hop right into it. It's Psalms 23 today, so this should be pretty quick. And then, unfortunately, we have War Thunder grinding today to do. We played a little bit of it yesterday, and the game made it clear we weren't welcome, but today we were going to try. But let's get started now, shall we? Heavenly Father, we come to you today, and as we do, I ask that you open our hearts and our minds, that you provide us wisdom, guidance, and discernment, that we may better understand the lessons that it is that you intend for us to take from today, no matter what tool it is you choose to teach us. Just help us to understand and to make use of it. I ask that you continue to be a refuge for us, a place where we can gather with our fellow Christians in your might, where we can renew and refresh ourselves. We live in a world full of temptations and tragedies, and I just ask that you give us the strength to overcome each and every one of them. I ask that you lay your healing hands on each and every one of us. You know our personal struggles, whether we've admitted them out loud or not. You know what's in our hearts, and you know what we need. But above all, I ask for your mercy and for your forgiveness, for we are not but sinners and fools, each and every one of us, and that your will be done here on the earth. In your heavenly name we pray. Amen. And a bot already getting sniped out of chat by our bot. Good news, good stuff, good stuff. Serves it right. Sorry, I had to take one of my allergy meds. That way, maybe we can avoid having too many sniffles today. But, alright, our verse of the day today, coming from Isaiah 26:3 from the King James Version of the Bible. That will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. This is something I need to work on myself. This is very clearly a verse for me today, because I struggle with worldly problems and worldly addictions and whatnot, and I would be far better off if I were to simply ensure that my mind was always on God. That would do me quite a service, but I struggle with it. Of course, I struggle to keep my mind on any one thing for a long time, but that's not an excuse. I need to keep working forward and keep improving. But for now, Psalms 23, a psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I will walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and the mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Psalms 23, one of my absolute favorites, I think, and a very popular one specifically for that fourth line, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. Made popular in more recent times, in the last the last decade or two. I think it'd be 2 now, but I can't remember what it was that it was included in, like, I think it was Song or something similar, but it is a good one. Yea, though I will walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. That being said, this is one of the rare ones where I'm going to go through and we're gonna highlight the whole thing, because this is an exceptionally good prayer. It's a great psalm. One of my favorites. Oh. I'll come back to that later and deal with it then. Now. Alright, swap our screen over. Start spinning up some War Thunder. Hopefully today will go better than the little bit that we did yesterday. Because yesterday it did not go well at all. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Get that done. Got our new cannons. Start working to unlock our ordinances for the 109. And you know what? We don't do it super frequently, but I need to do them more often. Wait, no. Oh, well. Guess we're doing an air realistic battle first, before we do anything else. That's not what I wanted to do, but it is in fact what I clicked on, so I guess it serves me right to have done that. So, we're committed now, whether we like it or not. We were going to do the assault modes real quick, because I'd like to get those daily rewards, because those boosters can be quite helpful. So, we've got the Soviets on our side, that's always good. Actually, we got almost everyone except, so it's America, Britain, and France on the enemy team. America and Britain can be problems, especially Britain with those 7mm sprays, because all it takes is one of those finding its way to your pilot to knock you out of the match, which is very unfortunate. Not surprising, but very unfortunate, nonetheless. The Americans with their 50s, thankfully their 50s aren't as insane as they once were, so right now that's good for us. They already had a Spitfire crash. That is a very good thing for us, because those are dangerous fighters. Especially if the pilot's any good. But having the Soviets on our side is good, and we also have the Japanese, which are brutal turn fighters. Like, most of them you do not want to get into a turn fight with, because you'll lose. You'll always lose. It doesn't matter what you do. Their planes are made of paper mache, and it is reflected in the fact that when they start a turn, it's just, and they flipped around. You're like, oh. Wet for a little bit. Try to get both speed and altitude, since that's the German advantage, is decent climb rates for most of their aircraft. And altitude can always be traded for a Wellington crashed. What's going on their team? They're not even in the same party, so like, I don't know what's going on over there, but cut the engine back down, bring our nose down so that we can keep building speed and altitude. Not building as much altitude now, but we can always trade it. Alright, Uncle Dan. Thank you for the lurk, my friend. Pair A36, which are terrifying, especially if they've got those 50 cal pods. A PBM, but something tells me everyone and their mother is going to be going after him now that he's been spotted. Because it's a big slow bomber and thus basically a flying pinata. There's a bit of a cluster down there. By a bit, I mean that's a cluster down there, and I'm not sure if I want anything to do with that. Looks like that Focke-Wulf's going in. Maybe not. I don't know what he's up to. I'm gonna join him if he rolls down there into that fight, but looks like he might be going for that P-36. I can't tell though. You going for the P-36 or the A-36, brother? He's going for the P-36, so I'll go for the A-36. See if we can knock these two out. That A-36 almost looks like he's running. Is he headed back towards an airfield? He is. Okay, we're... Ooh, my wings don't like that. Uh-oh. That was smart of him. He brought us right back into the flak. I gotta go. I gotta go. I didn't realize how close we'd gotten to their airbase. Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a true survivor. Feel like a little kid. Congratulations, Valmont, on maintaining your streak. And Faithful, thank you for the lurk, friend.
Oh boy. You have no idea what those customers are like, and you're still gonna lick them.
I have no idea what's going on in this clip.
Oi!
Oh, that's an old one too, because that's back with my OG model. And it's with IRL Faithful, no less. My goodness. Well, there's not really any air left to kill, so at this point, I guess we're just gonna start beating up howitzers. Why not, you know? Might as well get some points. And with, as far as I'm aware, that B-34 being the only enemy aircraft left, and he's staying over at his airfield. Ooh, wait, there's a couple of AI planes left. Let's go. Get one or two of them, so long as our ammunition doesn't run out. There he is. I was like, it's close by. I can't figure out where he's at, though. Okay, we've got so little ammo that we need to basically line this guy up so that way we don't miss. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. We'll go back to the closer airfield to get a resupply. Get some more ammunition. That gives us, what, 7 ground kills, 1 air assist? That's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. We're doing a lot better than yesterday's start, though. Yesterday's start was abysmal. For those of you that were here for it, you'll remember it went spawn, climb, get up to altitude, got shot down. Spawn, climb to altitude, get shot down. Spawn, climb to altitude, get shot down. 3 in a row. And I was just like, well, guess that's the game's way of telling me to go home. Hey! Really? I hit him with a bruh and that's it. At least we got our stuff done. We got some kills. We got some work done. And now we don't have to pay for any repairs because by killing us, he has to pay for our repairs. I don't know why he did it, but no. I can only assume he saw the TTV at the end of my name and was just like, well, gotta crash into him. Or he just felt like having a laugh. I don't know. I don't know what his thought process was, but very unfortunate regardless. That's the angle we'll take, is that it was unfortunate. I forgot that I wasn't going to do that. I was going to do the assault mode. Son of a gun. But that was definitely deliberate. That much I know. Because you do not simply pull straight up like that into a plane that's trying to land. I'll let everyone else kind of get off the ground a little bit first before I... And our Doe 17 just killed a friendly AA for some reason. I assume that likely that means that he just bombed the airfield and was trying to kill one of us. But who knows? Regardless, we're off to a not so stellar start for this match, but slowly getting our altitude built. We aren't really gaining much in the way of speed now, but that's okay. I tend to try to want to get around that like 600 to 7,500 feet range if I can. If I can go higher, that's nice, because, you know, high altitude is where the bombers are hiding, and there's some juicy kills there. But it's also where the high altitude interceptors hide, and they scare me, because most of them have some potent firepower options on board. We'll wet for a little while so that we don't lose speed while gaining this altitude. DB3, okay, that's not something that scares me too much. Cut wet for now. We'll start losing a little bit of speed, most likely, but that's okay. Maybe not. We're gonna go this way. I suppose I could go after those IL-2s. As long as I don't get cross up by them, because Soviet planes, you never. Oh, there's a Spitfire behind them, though. So actually, going for the IL-2s would be risky. Of course, it sounds like the IL-2s think they're going for me. Okay. Well, I wasn't going to go for you, gentlemen, but I guess I will now, since you decided to come after me. Yeah, jumping into a fighter ball in an attack plane like that was not a brilliant strategy for survival. That Spitfire went straight in too, so I doubt he'll be around for too long against that many planes. Spitfires are dangerous, but they're not that dangerous. You can't just fly into a fighter ball by yourself and expect to come out of it alive. Okay, that Yak 7 might be going for our friend there. Of course, he's already got one on his tail. P-63 up there. Spitfire's still alive. Holy cow. So that must be a fairly competent pilot, because he was that one, I think, that flew straight into the thick of it and somehow didn't immediately get killed. Uh-oh, Japanese. Not getting into a turn fight with you? Okay, well, Spitfire was already on me, so. Yeah, well, at least we got 2 air kills that time. We'll take it. Okay, I need to remember assault mode. Don't go straight into another one. Go to an assault mode. That being said, we did just finish maxing out the plane. Let's go. So that's another 109 that is now spaded. Fully upgraded. Can even carry rockets now, if we want. I'm not going to carry rockets on it, because, my god, that's a lot of speed that you'll most likely be losing for not a whole lot of firepower, but... Okay, keep improving our maintenance crew, the logistical services. Because the less frequent we have those jams and other issues, the better. And the faster we can get our repair and reloads, the better. That way we can get off the ground faster. Oh. Yay! Wow! Look at that. Our Battle Pass prize. We get a test drive. The PB-5A Mariner. Ooh, yeah, baby. I'm thrilled. Can you tell? What a terrible prize. I'll be honest, this is my least favorite kind of prize that they give out during these, where it's just like, yeah, you get to test drive an aircraft that you don't want. I'm like, give me anything. Give me Silver Lions. Give me some Golden Eagles. Give me anything that's not that. I don't want it. I have zero interest in flying the Mariner, because I'm not going to buy it, you know? Okay, so that being said, Assault Air Arcade. Wait, hold on. Can we do it in another 109 or something that's not spaded, you know? Is this one spaded? Let's see. Modifications. That one is spaded. That one is spaded. That one is spaded. That one is spaded. There we go. That's something that's not spaded. The Focke-Wulf. We'll put it in the last crew slot. That way we can start leveling this crew slot, because this crew doesn't get much use right now. Okay, hold on. I have to see what this is. The Schnellkampfgeschwack. The plane has seen better days. That being said, holy moly, 391 mile per hour is its maximum speed unupgraded. This is... It's a speedy fighter. It's almost an interceptor. Climb rate, 2138 per minute. Turn times 21.3, which isn't terrible. It's pretty good. At height, 18,000 feet. So 18,000 feet is what we want to be at then for like top speed, I guess, but Air Assault Stalingrad. Okay. Have a pleasant flight. You too. Thanks, game. I like that Gaijin added that in. Have a pleasant flight. It doesn't happen very often, but the tropical variant prevented pilots from overheating by putting a small umbrella in their plane, huh? I see. Why is this so much cheaper than... Oh, maybe it's because this one's fully upgraded and this one's not. Even though this is a 3.7, that's a 3.0. And this one is almost as fast while fully stock, which is crazy to me. Apparently I should have been using the Focke-Wulfs. Protect the indicated target. So we're going to start gaining some more altitude. Ju-88s, we're attacking Germans as Germany. Then again, I guess this mode, yeah, since it's an arcade style, there's no actual, like, teams. It's just everyone's been thrown into one group. So we're up against German attackers, which isn't bad, since most of the time that means we don't have to worry about overly powerful tail guns. But some countries have some scary tail gunners. Germany, not so much from what I recall. Nose down and start to gather our speed and get in there. ME-410 and MiG-3 are probably going to beat us in there, but that's okay. We'll go for the center of the pack. Ooh, that was close. 88s did not stand a chance. Oh my god. That was a massacre. The entire formation got pulled apart in like 45 seconds. Oh god. And I got 5 of them. So out of 10, I knocked half of that group with this plane. Oh my goodness, why haven't I been using this plane? Apparently Focke-Wulfs are where it's at, bro. Cannons are reloaded, so we got more cannon? More cannon, imchu. Got more ammunition for our cannons. Whenever I'm not slurring like I'm a drunken child or something. Don't know what that was all about, but... Darn it. Empty out those cannons, that way we can reload while we head towards our next target. Another group of 110s over there. We got a couple of nick there as we were passing through, so it's okay. Alright, cannons are rearmed. That's the nice thing about arcade mode. I dislike arcade mode for a lot of things, but Assault, it's good. Because I don't know how we would find time to go land at the base constantly to go rearm. This is one of those things where, like, realistically, if they threw this many aircraft at us, like, I don't think the base would be safe. We would be in trouble, because holy moly, the number of assets that they throw at this one airfield in this mode. I'm pretty sure you would get, like, tried for treason if you threw this many planes at a base and lost them all. Your command would just be like, well, clearly you're working for the enemy because you killed all of those men for no reason, so... I still can't believe how this plane's performing while it's completely stock. And then again, this is arcade mode where all flight performance is better, but... Uh-oh. Well. I wasn't expecting that 110 to suddenly pull up like that, which is deeply unfortunate for me. But at least I can get my pilot out alive, I guess. So we'll just immediately spawn in again, spin her around, and head for that 88 formation instead. We'll have to hope that the rest of the team can handle the 110s without us. That F4 is gonna have some fun while I try to catch up. If he's any good, he'll have a good chunk of that formation knocked before I even arrive, but... Maybe not. It looks like he didn't get anything on his first pass. Are you... Okay, well, oh, he is on fire. He is not doing so hot. I'm all out of cannon ammo, so I'm just picking away at them with machine guns instead, which sucks. But oh no, the guns are all jammed. Well, I guess I shouldn't have said anything. I said something about him and then immediately just got smacked instead. Holy cow, our balance. Oh wait, no, because that's pulling from my balance. I was like, man, the team has a really high balance of money that they can throw at this situation. No, they really don't. I just have a bit of money I can throw at this. I was gonna say, I was like, how did he just fly through my cannons? Okay, thankfully it looks like we broke their formation up enough to where they didn't get a real solid attack on the base, but the base isn't doing great either. And you know what? I'm not going to worry about chasing down that lone 88. I'm going to head for that formation over there. We're also going to empty our cannons. That way when we get there, we've got full ammo on them. Or we'll jam it and thus leave ourselves with 11 rounds. Oh, man. I was just thinking that, too, where I was like, maybe I should not, because I might jam, but... Three, two, one. Quickly empty them. That way we can get the oh, wait, no. It reloaded them from a jam? I didn't think it did that. Well, wasted a couple of cannon shots then, but this'll have to do. We gotta break that formation. Oh, we took the lead out, and we took one of their close seconds out, which is good. Took us way further behind the formation than I thought it would, but... I'm out of cannon ammo, son of a gun. No, 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 no. No, darn it. That was not so hot. I'm not doing so good. My first pass was like stellar, and then since then I've just been flopping. Come on, let me spawn again. This team's not doing very good at the whole actually preventing the enemy from dropping bombs on targets, though, which is not great. Because the airbase is almost destroyed. I gotta go for the other formation, because otherwise they're gonna cross way too much distance unharassed, and we're definitely gonna lose. I just have to hope that enough of the allies stay on that first group to tear it to shreds before it gets to the base, and then I'll go for this one and start thinning it. Okay, it looks like everyone else did jump that other formation pretty well, so it looks like most, if not all of it, got killed before it could get to the base. So I just need to start ripping this formation apart, that way when the others arrive, we can make sure none of these get through. Oh, come on, not again. Come on, let me recover. It's not gonna let me recover. That's so annoying, dude. That was such bad luck that he just pivoted in just the right way to catch my plane and rip my wing. Okay, I'm gonna have to leave it to them again, and I'll go for the next far group and just keep trying, and hopefully this time I don't, you know, rip my wing off on a dead plane. I really hope that they're on top of that group, because there's still like 5 or 6 of them. They're getting real close to that base. And if they get bombs off, we're going to be in trouble, because that base can't really take any more hits. Okay, we're off to a much better start on this one. Yeah, they started a dive bombing run on our base. We're so done. It looks like too many of them came this way. All my guns are jammed. Okay, kill assist, I'll take it. Alright, well at least I thinned that herd fast enough to where now we can all head for those 88s. And I guess they must have just barely stopped that formation. It looked like they were diving, but they might have been It might have just been a situation where a large number of them had been smacked in roughly the same amount of time, and so they were falling out in roughly a formation, or they killed them as they were into that dive. Whatever it was, everyone needs to be on these 88s because they are already uncomfortably close for having a full formation. Like, it feels like this formation spawned way closer to our base. Also, now there's a large group of ground, which is never good. Because those just start smacking your base. And our base doesn't really have any HP to get smacked with. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna dive down because our plane's already pretty busted up. Like, especially with that oil leak, we've only got so long before our engine keels. So, being at low altitude's not a negative thing. Nope, there it goes. We lost. That's unfortunate. Hopefully, that got us through enough waves to get us a decent reward. Oh, we almost got to the 4th. 100% booster, and I'd like to point out, with all of those kills, we did not get enough points for our radiator upgrade. That mode's only value comes from the boosters it gives, and that's it. That's the only reason to play that mode under any circumstance. It's abysmal, and I don't understand why. The devs almost punish you for playing it. It's like they looked at it and were just like, yeah, if you choose to play this mode that we added into our game, but if you have the audacity to play it, we'll smack you. Well, hi, Star. Welcome in. Tank Assault Sinai. Working on your Shadowrun character, not joining us then, I take it? Well, alright, friend. I figured I'd ask because you never responded after last night. You just gave a mayhaps, and that was the last I had heard. Man, these defensive positions are kind of crappy. Like, they didn't build the barrier very high, and it's like, there's a barrier here, and then, where's it? No, there's one over there. I have already had my track blown off. And And I've already been killed. Yeah, like I said, that's a really bad defensive position. I don't know why... Oh? I don't know why the devs make it to where it's just like, it's so punishing. Give us, like, this is a mode where it's supposed to just be us having fun killing AIs. So why not make it to where it's like, no, it's pretty one-sided. Give us, like, decent, at the very least, give us decent fighting positions, you know? Not 6 inches of cover. Yeah, it is horrible. It's so low. Like, that's a maybe viable for, like, an infantryman. But this isn't an infantry battle. This is a tank battle. I don't understand why it's just... I don't know. The devs can't ever give us anything that's proper. They're like, you'll take what you get and you'll be happy I see. The only reason to ever play this mode is solely to get the boosters. There is no other circumstance in which I would ever willingly play this mode. I play it once a day so I can get my boosters from it and then not have to touch it again until the next day. It's almost a punishment. Like, realistically, it does feel more often than not like this mode is just a punishment. It's a slog that's meant to make you not want to play it. And I can only assume that that is the intention of it, because otherwise, if they made this mode and they thought that they had made a fun, enjoyable mode to play, then I can't believe that. I don't think that they're that dumb. I think Gaijin has their moments, but I don't think they're that stupid. But come on, like, make this mode, this should be the one mode in the game where, like, I should feel like I'm in an action movie, you know, like one of those crappy Hollywood World War II action movies where I get to destroy like 70 tanks and it's not even an issue. I don't break a sweat. It shouldn't be, I have 6-inch cover to the left that I could use, but I'm probably better off not using. And then a bunch of tanks that are being driven by AI that are way too accurate for their own good. KV1, I'm gonna back up a little bit because that one's getting into a position I don't like. Oh, and now they knocked out my... Bro. And the KV-1's corpse already blew up, so now there goes my cover. Yeah, like I said, this game mode feels like a punishment. Like, if I'm being 100% with you, it feels like the devs want to punish you for trying to play a mode that they put into the game. Misfire due to gun breach. There we go. Commander Gunner Loader. Yippee! I'm enjoying myself so much, Gaijin. Thank you, Gaijin, for the the super enjoyable game mode. I'm having a good time. Definitely, I'm not regretting this at all. This doesn't feel like Gaijin is trying to pull my teeth out. That is just propaganda being spread by the enemy to demoralize us. Clearly. Cat wants to watch the funny tank game. The cat has, I would say good taste, but that would be a lie when in reference to War Thunder. I don't know if that's good taste. I think that's just the cat has Stockholm Syndrome. Oh, good. Yippee. They already knocked out my gun breach. Just let me spawn in something. I'm being punished for playing this game mode. I should have expected this much. Just let me spawn in an airplane, dang. I know this plane, but I don't know its name. A VB-1002, okay. I like this plane. Unfortunate, as I'm fairly certain it's French. Also, the game punishes you. I'm still alive? What? What happened? How am I still alive? That's the most shocking bit of news. I guess the AI just ignored me once I was in a plane. They're like, well, now he's no fun. Yeah, that clearly was it, because the moment I was back in the tank, shot from the front, from the back, and if you saw it at the last second there, all those explosions in front of me were one of the AI planes rocketing the ever-loving daylights out of my position. So yeah, the moment I got back in the tank, the game was just like, and now you will die. As suddenly everything in its mother opened up on me. Where's that circle where I get resupplies? That way I can just permanently fire my gun. Okay, you can go get Bent AI. Spawns in, immediately snipes me. I'm sure that AI hadn't even finished rendering in yet, and it had already shot me. Like I said, this game mode feels like a punishment. It feels like the dev wants you to regret playing it. That's the only thing I can assume. Well, time to do the only thing I can do to those. I can't believe his cannon barrel survived that. I was throwing high velocity AP shells into it. Yeah, that mode sucks. Literally the only reason to play it. Get a booster, and then praise God that you never have to play it again, by which I mean you don't have to play it again until tomorrow. And then you have to play it again if you want more of those boosters. Oh, it's punishing. It's real punishing. But now we've done that, so we can move on. We can go on with our day. I don't know if it applied that. Oh no, Sakines. We have Israel on our side. That's unfortunate. Let's see, our speed is still going up, not very fast, but we're unupgraded. That being said, this plane is still pretty quick. Doing 188 off the airfield like that, at this kind of an angle, unupgraded, it's quite good. I'm surprised we're still, we're not losing speed, and we haven't started to get any of the overheat warnings. Okay, now we're starting to lose speed a little bit, so we'll bring the nose down slightly. That way we can get back to gaining, but... Unsurprised that the Soviet planes are even faster than we are, but that's their thing, unlike in real life. Gotta lower the nose again a little bit. A B-34 low, a B-34 high, an SB-2C low right, SB-2C high right. That B-34 low left is gonna be dead before literally basically anything else occurs, so I'm not even gonna worry about him. There's no point diving on him because you can already see on the mini-map several of the dots have pulled off to the left and are going for him, so... That SB already gets shot down too. How the heck? How did he manage that? He has cannons. Is the one below still alive? Yeah, it looks like it. How has no one shot him down? I am shook. What's going on with this team? Also, holy crap, this plane can web for a long time. I'm kinda shocked. Darn it. Can't get my nose on him. I don't have enough speed. I feel like I played myself trying to climb up here and do this, and now all the fighting's going on over there, and I'm way out of position because I was chasing one plane that way too many other people chased, so I kind of played myself there, not gonna lie. An MB-157, I want to say that's a French bomber, but it might be a French fighter. Cut our whip because we don't need it. We're going into a dive. Pilot. Son of a gun. Useless rat. I cannot believe that those did not hit him. Am I just really that bad at this? Cannons are out of ammo. I am bad. I'm just crap. I'm terrible at this game. That's what I'm finding out here. I get an assist. Yeah, that makes sense. Fair enough. I didn't exactly knock it out of the park there. And now I'm so slow that if someone jumps me, I am in deep trouble. Yep, nope, I'm not getting into a turn fight with you, bud. I'm I'm just gonna try to leave. We're gonna try to get out of here. Okay, Spitfire's down. Let's see what we can get done with the machine guns going after the AI ground attackers, since this plane clearly needs some working over before I'm going into regular dogfights with some of the planes at this level. Get your own, bud, go away, you piece of crap. Okay, so he's clearly just going to be all over each and every one of them that we try to get to, so we're just going to go, I guess, attack ground targets instead, because otherwise we have to compete for the few air kills as well, and I ain't feeling it. Not today. Okay. I can't have those either, huh? I'm about to just start shooting friendlies down at this rate. Ain't gonna be nothing else to shoot. Is it even worth trying to go for it? Don't see anyone else immediately on top of it, but watch, we're gonna fly over to this SB2, and the moment I start to open fire, he's gonna get, like, domed by that Yak 1 or something over there. I know my luck. Yeah, we got a friendly aircraft off our right. It looks like he's coming in for this, even though he had no interest in it before until I started to show interest, and now he's coming over here. Come on. Exactly. Get your own! For crying out loud! I show no interest for that whole time, and he's ignored the moment I show an ounce of interest. Good God. Man, get bent, dude. P-51, get bent. Get out of here, dude. And then, of course, he's the type that just flies straight into that guy. What a punk. Man, that sucked. Well, at least we got enough XP to get some good upgrades out of it. So we got some of the more important ones. So we got our radiator upgraded, we got our compressor upgraded, and we got our engine upgraded. So we should generally see a fair bit better performance now. Okay, I've activated 100% booster. Please don't immediately die. Let me have a decent match. I beg of you. I do not ask much. Just this one thing. A decent match now that I've activated the 100% booster. Please, I beg of you. Alright, that still has us gaining speed and altitude, which is the primary concern. Ow. Slowly but surely. I say slowly but surely. We're doing pretty good on our climb right now. We're already approaching 7,000 feet. We're not gaining speed, or if we are, we're gaining very slowly. But if we aren't gaining speed, oh no, we are. We're still going up, and we haven't overheated it all yet. We're at 100%, 110%. We have been since we took off, so I'm quite pleased with the upgraded performance so far. And we don't even have the engine injection yet, which will be another big one. Over 10,000 feet now. We're losing speed, but we're losing it rather slowly. P-38 looks like he's engaging or been engaged. Looks like he's engaging our Ju-88. We're gonna flip her back around because they still have some good altitude on us, and I'm gonna go into that engagement. I'd rather be the one coming down, not vice versa. We're starting to get a little bit warmed. Oil's in the yellow, so still well within operating range. Kind of surprised. Oh, it's that B-34. I was like, what am I seeing this far back? An XP-50? Uh-oh. That's a premium interceptor, I think. Do have to cut web now. That P-38 still has altitude on me, which I'm not thrilled about, but yeah, it didn't matter anyway. How did I know? I do an 100% booster, and it's just this was the only possible outcome. Anytime you activate those boosters, it's just like, well, guess you've chosen to kill yourself. I should have known. The moment I saw the XP-50, it's a premium interceptor. I should have just dove away and not bothered, because that was the only ever conclusion. Because remember, the bias goes away the moment that you start paying money. And the moment you see a premium aircraft like that, it's probably a situation you should be like, nope. Nope, it's not time to be here. Time to be anywhere but. Because, oh boy. Otherwise, this is what you get. At 100% booster, 58 XP, 120 Silver Lions, and that's it, because you spent 6 minutes climbing. Nope. Nope. We're gonna do some ground battles, because, well, those can be rough too. They're not as rough as air battles, because there are people that exclusively air battle, and those dudes are nuts. It's the only thing going on in their life, and they know how to play it way better than I do. And there's not even, like, any tier you can go hide at either for that regard. Like, you would think, well, obviously, if I want to learn to play the game, and I want to get better at flying, fly low tier, you know? Go fly the biplanes. Should be easy. You'll only be up against other people of your skill level. That's where you're wrong. Half of the people that are playing in the biplanes are level 100 marshals that know every in and out of every single aircraft at that level, and you're going to die. They're going to pick you apart like you're a, like, it'll look like, you know, whenever they, like the, what are they called? The sea turtles? They're spawning, whenever they're all birthing out of their eggs and they start crawling out across the beach trying not to get killed by everything that's waiting to kill them. It looks like that. So there's just no escaping it. The only way to learn in this game is to suffer. Like, you've got to throw yourself into the meat grinder against the level 100 marshals and just hope that you learn something eventually. I don't know where anything I just did towards him went. I tried to mark him, it didn't mark him. I tried to then swap over to my my aim so that way I could shoot at him, and my gun just immediately discharged in a random direction. I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but oh boy, does it feel like the game's trying to tell me to get bent today. Not near as bad as yesterday's was. Yesterday, it was literally first 3 matches that we spawned into. It was just spawn, fly, die, spawn, fly, die, spawn, fly, die. And then I wrapped it there. I was like, nope. I know when the game's telling me to off myself, and I'll go find something else to do during those times. I see that the enemy are already going in for spawn camping. Very noble of them, very high skilled. Non-pen, because it's a Soviet. I should have known better than to shoot at Stalinium. You can't penetrate it after all, it's a well-known fact. Yep. The moment I turn to try to deal with the guy that is going to spawn camp, I get shot in the side by his friend. So we're up against those kind of people, which means it's time to bring out the Osterwind and hopefully just absolutely slaughter every single one of these dogs that we encounter. These are the players that make the game unpleasant. Like, at the end of the day, everything else in this game, I could eventually, you know, I just gotta get good. I'll get good, and then it stops being painful. But then there's people like you, Valhalla, who, let me just tell you, first of all, cringe. What are you, some kind of retarded pagan? Second of all, you'll never see it if it did exist. It doesn't exist, but you'll never see Valhalla. And you don't deserve it. You don't even deserve to see the plains. What is it? The Greek one. The one where it's just the plains where nothing ever happens, and it's where the most unimportant people end up. No more moving for you, sir. I can't kill them, but I can shred their tracks and make them immobile. Oh, thanks, bud. What noble combatants, what high-skilled players. Such amazing talents of the game, each and every one of you. Certainly you're not playing like the scummiest scumbag to ever scum outside of the pond. Congratulations, you can spawn camp a team and win. A non-pen. Get bent, Dev. Get bent. I'm not even gonna say respectfully, just get bent. Hey, Ghost Shell? Are you kidding me? A hit? Are you kidding me? I know it's a premium vehicle, but come on. Commander Gunner Loader, finally. Man, what a scummy team. What a team of absolute subhuman degenerates, every one of them. See, that's one of those modes, like, that's one of the things that I'm sad that they removed team killing for. Because that used to be a thing, and that used to be a way that you could beat new players into understanding that if you spawn camp, I'll kill you. Because that's what I used to do. If I saw you spawn camping and I was on your side, I was going to shoot you. I was going to kill you. I'll pay your repairs. I don't care. But you're not going to get any kills spawn camping in the old days when I could help it. That was the way that you beat them. Because, you know, I mean, as we've learned, bullying, when we stopped doing bullying so much, things got really, really crappy really, really quickly because kids didn't learn that there are certain behaviors that you don't indulge. You have to bully it out of them. Bring bullying back. Make bullying great again. It needs to come back. Let me bully players in this game. Let me teach them that if you're going to spawn camp, I'm going to kill your gunner. And then I'm going to laugh when the enemy kill you. Because it's immensely amusing to me that you thought that it was a good idea. Because when you don't let me do it, it just becomes the norm. Which is what it is now, where it's like 90% of the time, if one team even slightly starts to win, they will spawn camp as soon as they can. And there's only one way to fix it, and it's intensive corrective bullying. Are you kidding me? Well, we're dead. Yep, we're dead. Slightly too far to the left, hit that bunker, completely ate all of my momentum and ensured my death. That was unfortunate. Now we're gonna bring out the AA again, why not? No, why did you spawn me on this side? Now I have to go all the way around if I don't want to get shot at by enemies that are posted up in the spots that let them snipe into our spawn for some reason. That's another one of those things. Some of these maps have been in the game for years. Like, I think this is one of the OG maps. And yet, the map still has not been balanced. The enemy on the other side of the map have like 5 or 6 different sniping spots that allow them to almost fire directly into our spawn with little to no trouble on their end. If they take B, then the hills around B are set up in a way to where they can post up above our positions and shoot down into us, but not vice versa. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, devs, I don't know how you haven't, like, this map's been out for like probably a decade, and you still haven't sorted it out to where it's actually fair and balanced on both sides. It's just one side has a massive advantage and the other doesn't. This is another perfect example. If they post up there, they can easily fire down into this road that I'm going up. But if I go the other route, then I get shot at from the other ridge. So my only options are get shot in here or get shot over there once the enemy are in positions. But you can't do that vice versa. The other side of the map doesn't have that issue. There's a couple of spots on this side that can shoot into theirs, but not without putting yourself at like a fairly open chance of being shot back, you know? They have a guy in C already. That's not great. For it being this early into the match and that already being an issue. Sir. I didn't even shoot at the mosquito at any point, so I don't know why he had a vendetta against me, but... Bring the 250 just so we have something. Why are our wings already wiggling? There he is. It's like I can hear him, but on God's green earth is my plane doing right now? I get that the left side is shot up a little bit, but holy crap, is it just suddenly completely unresponsive to my controls. Well, I must have shot his boyfriend down. He seems a little bit angry with me. And of course my P-36 doesn't look like he's entirely going for him, but I can only hope that he is. And I'm going to try to fly back to base, because my plane is not doing so hot right now. Especially since we're running out of oil. An oil leak is like one of the last things I want to have. Good lord, stop. 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 Stop the plane. Goodness gracious. Well, we made it back in one piece. Somehow. I like that the left side of the plane, actually both sides of the plane, absolutely soaked in our oil. So, definitely a good thing that we were heading back, because by the amount of oil on the outside of the plane, I can't imagine that there's a whole lot left still in the plane. Which is not good. Alright, time to get back to the battle. See if we can help. Probably not, because it looks like the team isn't doing so hot still. But, you never know. At the very least, it looks like we might have air supremacy right now, because that P-36 is still up. We got an I-16 and a Ju-87. The 87 looks like he might be down, but that looks like that might be more to enemy AAA, and he might still be okay. I can't tell if he's going down or no. It looks like he's probably going down. I hope he makes it back to base. Looks like we may be turning it around. That's good. Okay, I see some AA coming from the area around B. Got him. Hey, got him with some good hits there. Yep, that's him going down by the look of it. Okay. Now we need to see if we can make it back alive ourselves, because we're leaking water and oil. Or I think we're just leaking water, but because we're leaking water, our oil is overheating now. Well, I feel like I've done a decent enough job doing air defense at least, and I did get that one bomb kill, so that's good. Now we just need to pray that the engine does not overheat before we get back to the field. Thankfully, the airfield's pretty close on this map, so we've got a pretty solid chance of it. Now the question is, can we land before the match ends? Because that part's not looking real great. Start deploying our landing gear and flaps. Hope that we're not going too far. Okay, hold on. There we go. No. Didn't even get my landing. The emblem of the Blue Squadron, Patrulla Azul, the Spanish Civil War. Oh. Wow. Here's what we're gonna do. Swap it around a little bit so we can bring this boy in that slot. Have we gotten enough points to do any of the important upgrades? Not yet. Most unfortunate. That went real well though. The plane performed, the F2 at least, performed quite well in that last round. Smacked a couple of those guys out of the air pretty effectively. So I'm quite pleased with that. Which gets us a good bit of the way already to the F4. I forgot that we were even grinding towards it. We're also getting close to getting our Verbowind, which will give us 4 20mm Flak 38 cannons, which is insanity. Especially because I think that there is a belt that's like mostly A-pit. A full A-pit belt, or a HVAP A-pit belt, which is insanity. I want it. That's a lot of pew pews that you can throw at the enemy quite quickly. That being said, as much as I don't want to do the air grind today, like I do actually need to be doing air grind because I'm still slowly but surely making my tanks higher rank faster than I am my air. And thus I'm going to keep finding myself in situations where my planes are up against more and more dangerous enemies and they aren't leveled, which is not good. So while I prefer the ground battle grind, we shall resume our air grind. We just needed to break it up for a minute. Of course, then I spent most of that match in a plane anyway, but, you know. Soviets are on ice side, that's good. Oh no, it's this base. It's a super high altitude base. Starting off at almost 7,000 feet in altitude already. Which isn't bad for this kind of a plane. Like, the German planes do decently enough, but there are some aircraft that will struggle to get back up here, and it'll be real bad if we're damaged and we have to return. I can't believe they've already crashed a Hurricane. At least it was a Hurricane, not a Spitfire for them, but... Ooh, a Wellington. Don't mind if I do. And a Z-1007, which I think is an Italian bomber. Might be wrong, but... was smart. That was the correct thing to do in your situation. Was to cut in towards me and hope that I couldn't have enough speed to get nose on. Oh, it's my kill. Go away. Go away, you brat. Get out of here, rats. I saw him first. And now we have to go back to base, because the cannons are empty and the guns are jammed. Because, well, it's nice that they give us a ton of machine gun ammo for these. They don't give us very much cannon ammo. And with the machine guns not upgraded, you cannot fire them for near as long as I was without jamming them. Which is unfortunate for me. I don't have a +1 yet, so he's not going to go down to critical damage. We can only hope that his plane does not make the flight back, which most likely will come down to, is he competent at landings? I say as I almost just doomed myself because I hit the wrong button. I thought it said high speed retract landing gear, and so I hit that button first, and then I realized, wait, no, that says flaps. Come on. There we go. Not the cleanest landing in human history, but I'll take it. Any landing you can walk away from and all that, you know? That Wellington is still alive, and so is the Z-1007 or whatever it was. Oh, there he goes. He must have did what I was hoping, which was not do so well at whenever you're a damaged bomber, like the most dangerous part of a return to base is the landing. So I assume that's what just got him, is he tried to go in for a landing, was not near cautious enough, and lost control of the aircraft too close to the ground to recover, because that's 9 times out of 10 what kills a crippled bomber if they make it away. At least in my experience, that tends to be the thing that does them over. Of course, I'm surprised that Wellington was still up. I don't like, though, the fact that we're down to so few aircraft and the enemy still have so many. There's that Wellington. I was wondering where he'd gotten off to. He must be returning to base. So no easy hunting him. If I want kills, I'm gonna have to go down there and deal with the fighters, because there's still a good number of them. Which isn't great. It's not what I want to hear. Yeah, Wellington's definitely heading for his base. Upside, that means most likely next time we see him, he'll be at rather low altitudes. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump down here and try to save our P1. If he needs saving, I don't know. Dude's killing everyone that's chasing him. Lost control. Come on, pilot, wake up. Yeah, sir, you seem like you're more maneuverable than me, so I'm not going to do this whole turn and lose speed and then turn and lose speed and just keep doing it until you get me. I am a fast plane, so I'm going to do the fast plane thing, which is you beat me in the turn, fair. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go reset. I'll come at you again. Where'd he go? There he is. I almost asked what that sound was and then remembered, oh yeah, in real life I live right outside of an airbase. Hi, bud. And that is why you don't do a turn fight with a plane that's beating you in the turn fight. If you're faster than him, just choose no. He was like, fine, you went high and you're too fast for me, so I'll go after your friend. And then next thing he knows, I'm like, hi, bud, I'm back. How are you? I hope that you're doing good, buddy. I have cannons. Which is good, because that's one less enemy fighter to worry about. Especially since it's one I know nothing about. I don't know anything about a J9. Except that he seemed like he was turning a lot faster than me, so I didn't want to turn fight him. That's the only thing I knew for certain. Took one turn with him, went, nope, you're turning way faster than me, I'm gonna leave. Glad to see it was the correct decision. Now I wonder, do you think we can make it to that DB3 before he dies? He's 9 miles out with a hurricane on his tail, so probably not, but doesn't mean I'm not gonna try and save him. I don't know if the DB3 is diving to gain speed or if the DB3 is going down. Regardless, if he's diving for speed, he will be going down soon, because that's only ever like that. That buys you a little time. It doesn't typically save you, but it might buy you some time, because you can put enough speed into the plane, you might be able to get some distancing going, but no, he's gone down. Son of a gun. And of course he goes down once I've already traveled into an unsafe distance of enemy aircraft. So now I have no choice but to commit to some engagements here. Oh, a Kai-44. Crap. Definitely not gonna outturn him. Sir, please get off my tail. Sir, please get a life. Get a hobby. Go get married. Something. Anything. Leave me alone. Well, I'm done for. Hey, oh, hold on. Maybe. No, yeah, that's stupid. What is it? I can never remember the word. It's like the trainer system that's on. Like, I can't really fly that well without it, but man, whenever you get into a bad situation like that, the trainer system absolutely kills you. Like, any chance you have of getting out of a bad situation like that goes out the window if you have the trainer on, because it's just like, I'm going to now hit every control surface. And you're like, but why? Because it doesn't understand anything. So it's like the plane is doing the things that the plane's not supposed to do. I'm going to hit all the control surfaces trying to get control. It's like, all you're doing is making my situation worse and undoing any attempts I'm making to get control of my plane. But if you fly without it 90% of the rest of the time, then you're dealing with all the other problems. So it's like there's no good solution. Like if I turn it off, I'm not a skilled enough pilot, nor do I have enough like equipment here. I don't have a joystick and all the other flight controls like a sim player does. So it's like I can't really control the plane that well. But if I turn it off, then you know, if there was a way just to get it to not panic whenever your plane is in a death roll like that, because there have been a couple of times I'm fairly certain I probably could have survived if it weren't doing its part. Of course, I may also be wrong, since, I haven't really had very many flights where I have been able to attempt to save it that way. Kind of want to wait and see if when that match ends. Ooh, sweet. Okay, it did the thing I was hoping it would do. Which is it gave me just enough of those injections. Alright, that also gives us all of the maneuverability upgrades and almost gave us both of the ammunition belts, which is good stuff. So, air target load, yes. Fit, high, fit, high, APHE. So, we get Fragment Incendiary Tracer self-destroying, followed by 2 high explosive incendiary self-destroying, followed by another fragmentation one, followed by 2 more high explosive ones, and then 1 armor piercing high explosive shell. That is a pretty good belt. I like that belt. That's a nice belt. That also unlocked our BF-109 F4, so we can swap out our F2. I don't know why it always prioritizes fuselage repair. I always prioritize radiator, because it just seems to be a better one. R1 modification is that. Okay, so that just lets you put 2 15mm cannon pods under your wings, which is cool, I guess, but don't tend to try to carry gun pods just because it's a lot of unnecessary drag. Minus 6.3 mile an hour. It's not great. It's way better than the bomb. Oh, it's just actually okay. So those must be some pretty minor gun pods, or they've been designed in a way that makes them real low drag, which is good. Might actually make them usable. Who knows? We might put gun pods on it. Need 60 to get the reload speed up to the next level. And then back to prioritizing G tolerance and stamina, putting in points to the other ones where we can and when we want to. 387 is its base speed, which is pretty solid. No, don't remove it, game. Come on. Alright, might as well run this one a couple of more times. Hopefully 2 good matches. 1 good match should be enough, so that we don't have to run it again and it'll be fully upgraded, but But we shall see. I'm kind of excited about that air target belt, I'm not even gonna lie. I haven't even looked at like what our so what is our universal or our default belt? IT high APHE. Oh yeah, so that's nowhere near as good. This is okay. So if that's how it was performing with that terrible belt, now I am excited to see how the cannons perform with the air belts. So, she's gaining speed and altitude at a respectable pace since we got all the mobility upgrades. Honestly, the only upgrades that are left is the 7mm belt options, and then we can see about getting the cannons and the machine guns themselves upgraded so that way they perform a little bit more consistently, which will be nice. Because that, I will admit that I noticed whenever I was doing those head-ons, when you watched my rounds going out there, it got so, like, they spread so aggressively. The spray on them is not great. So I have to, it seems like I need to be engaging targets at fairly close range until I get the guns improved. Because otherwise, right now, boy, shooting at them at long range is like, it's like pissing in the wind, you know? It does not work out in my favor. Still gaining altitude and speed, not gaining speed quite as quickly, but we still haven't overheated. We've been in wet this whole time, which is insane. Like, I'm kind of surprised that we haven't gotten the yellow yet, at least. Why is that Wellington so low? Like, is he just trying to die? Flying that low, I can only assume his only goal in life is to die quickly. Oh, nope. XP50 at high altitudes. No, thank you. I've already tried that once. So unless I take him off guard, I'm not gonna be trying that, because that's just gonna end up in me getting killed. I win. That being said, I have an oil leak, so we're going home, boys. I know we just spent that entire time climbing up there, but, An oil leak is a death sentence if you stay airborne for too long, because that will eventually, without a doubt, kill you. Like, every time, too. It's not a, it might kill you. Eventually, if you're leaking oil, that means you're going to have no oil left in the tank, and that engine is going to overheat real quick. So, we appear to be losing it at a notable rate. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna go for the closer base. It's not safe from enemy aircraft, but we're just gonna have to hope that there's enough enemy or enough of our allied fighters in between it and them that they don't try to have a go at us, because trying to make this flight back with our engine already losing speed the way it is, like, we will not make it. So and bring her to a stop. Engine overheated, yep. And that is why we immediately turned around and went back the moment that I was certain that he was doomed. I saw the ball of fire from his plane, and that was enough for me to be like, all right, he's not making it out of here. We, however, need to go home, because we got an oil leak, and that will kill us. And now I'm curious, because I don't know the P63 off the top of my head. I just closed out my own stream tab on my other computer, so I have to pull my stream back up. Nice. I'm a professional. King Cobra. Oh, it was one of those. Okay. "109, you're cooking, bud. You need to slow down." How we looking? We're looking real good. Looks like they are at a notable disadvantage right now at a glance. Like, the number of aircraft left on theirs versus ours is rough. And their XP50 is down low, which is a good sign for us. There's some AI, IL-2s about that we could go bully. Of course, that is going to take us towards the fighter ball, but it's looking like the fighter ball is shrinking, unsurprisingly. The balance was very much not in their favor to begin with. I'm still kind of surprised I survived that head-on. Normally, I don't do very good in head-ons. I tend to be the one that gets killed in them, which makes me hesitant to go into them too frequently anymore. Oh, well, he's dead. Cut his entire wing off, so... Oh, he hit my oil! Come on! Guess we're going home again. That's annoying. We were only behind him for a split second. He just weaved one of those bullets. His tail gunner just threw one straight into the engine block, smacked our oil tank. Oh man, what on earth was that? Such bad luck. Man, I need to see, I need to talk to the commandant, see if I can get a reinforced oil tank or something, because I clearly need it. Don't mind me hitting every wrong button under the sun. Set her down. Come on, set her down. I'm about to just nose it. Yep, just nose it. Just nose it. Son of a gun, I can't even nose it. It won't let me. She got too much chutzpah. Oil overheated, I know! Don't you dare kill me to a single bullet hitting my oil. We're just gonna have to belly land it. We're going in for a belly landing, boys and girls. Hold on tight. Which means we do not get a second attempt at this. That F6F is not great to see up there. Especially because this airstrip doesn't have any AA defenses, and it looks like he might be coming for me. If I don't have that friendly up there, take him out. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Ground crews, hurry. Also, it somehow turned around. We had more pilots, but I guess most of our pilots weren't very good. So the situation has not gone well while we've been down here. What? How did you manage that, bud? Yeah, I'm so boned. I can't even get away from this guy because my flight controls are so heavily damaged already. I'm not going to be able to make it back to the protected airbase. I can try, but at this point, that's my only hope, is to make it back to the defended airstrip. But he has so much more momentum built up than I do right now. I'm not super expecting this to work, but we're gonna try. Yeah. What a piece of crap. You represent Norway very poorly, sir. Did he just crash into our remaining friendly? Yeah, you don't represent the country of Norway very well at all, sir. You make Norway look like a nation of scuzzballs. It is very unfortunate, though, that the devs, for whatever reason, were like, no, the other airstrip shall not be protected, so that way you are a free kill if you're wounded and you can't make it back to your main airfield. It's like, but why? Why even have it in the game, then? Why did you include that airstrip? You just don't have it. Because it's a false hope. Now we wait, and hopefully, when it is done, they'll give us some decent XP, and it'll finish this plane out. And if that's the case, then we will start flying the F4 variant of the 109. See if we can get this one spaded next. That way we can continue our grind. Just slowly but surely unlocking all of them. That one's an A1. This one's the A4. Dang, you get 4 20mm cannons. Hold up. $20 millimeter, 20mm. Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, so it gets 2 20mm, and then for whatever reason they also put in 2 7.9. So two 8mm Mauser, which is just like, but why? Why even bother putting them in there at that point? But that's this Focke-Wulf done. This one is fully upgraded now. Slap tracer belts into it. And now we go for the 109 F4, though, which means that now we have to go up against even more dangerous aircraft, which isn't great, but, you know, tis what it is, I suppose. Maximum speed is at 19,000 feet. I wish it would tell me the maximum speed at, like, more reasonable heights instead of just, like, yeah, hey, if you climb up to 20,000 feet, so above where even the bombers typically are in this game, if you climb up there, you'll see your top speed at this much. And it's like, but why tell me that? Tell me the maximum speed at, like, 7,500 feet or 10,000. Not, But I suppose they shall do as they do. Oh, this one has combat flags. Cool. And now we begin the long climb. Alright, she's already overheating a wee bit. Let's see, if we're not in WEP, do we still... No, we're losing speed now. Okay, temperatures are coming back down, and at this pitch, we do still gain. So that's good. Downside, we're not climbing very much at all, which is normally like the German thing, is having decent climb. PBM high, which is a juicy potential target. I don't know if we have enough climb to actually get up there with this thing being unupgraded, but we can certainly try. I'm gonna guess he's probably at like 13,000 maybe? Which isn't great, but... And I kind of want to go help that wyvern, but he has 2 bogeys on him, which is not great. P-51 and a... I can't see what the other one is. My wing was blocking it. All those guys are already at way higher altitudes, so I might as well not waste my time after all. Wyvern, where are you going? That man is just leading them to the edge of the planet. He's not even leading them towards friendlies. He just flew off in a direction. You know what? I was gonna go help him, but I'm gonna be real honest. I'm not about to fly 12 miles out of the combat zone to help one person that, for whatever reason, thought that flying 12 miles outside of the combat zone was a good strategy. Any strategy would have been a better one than that. That P-51 kind of got pranked trying to get me, I guess. See if I can score a couple of hits on him as well. There we go. That way I can get an assist on that. Thanks, bud. Not only did he save my butt there from having to deal with that P-51 in a not entirely preferable situation, but then he also did so in a way where I was able to then take advantage of it and score an assist. are you kidding me? He got my pilot. P-61s are one of those rare attack, like ground attack planes where it is actually not a hugely great idea to go after them. Because that turret is intense. Like, let's go take a look at that thing. I almost have it unlocked myself. Yeah, it's 4 50 caliber machine guns and an RC turret that can turn 360 degrees and actually has a pretty wide firing zone back here. So if you're attacking this plane, I guess you need to be attacking from below it. Because it doesn't have guns below that it can shoot. Well, it has its offensive armaments below it, but those face forward. But man, that guy weaved that bullet in there. Isn't that plane supposed to have like a bulletproof cockpit? Because it didn't seem like it. It seems like that 50 went straight through. Yeah, 60 millimeters of armor. That should be enough. So it must have gone through like one of these zones or something, which is unfortunate that the engine didn't catch it. Because at least the engine catching it would have been, you know, something survivable. But and now that I've turned on a 75% booster, watch us have just an absolutely crap match. The friendly will get shot down by a friendly or something. Because that is how it be. Oh, this is one of those air spawn maps. Not very often you get those. And the way that they offset it is they put the fighters way in the back. We're attacking Dover. Alright, let our engines cool off a little bit. We're still losing speed. There we go. B-25. Which I do believe has assault weapons, so I need to not come at it too straight on, but... There we go. Oh, you don't. Man trying to get a cheeky kill on me with his turrets there. A Leo 451, what the heck is that? That Jap is on my tail. Jap on my tail, American in the front, like we... Whew. And we got an oil leak, so we need to land. Okay, looks like the Jap is no longer on our tail, which is good. I got first kill, and I got 2 kills already. I'm kind of shocked. Oh wait, that's the airfield. I'm surprised that our AA isn't shooting at that Leo. I don't know what it is. I don't know what a Leo is off the top of my head. Gonna be a rough landing, boys. That's okay. We had a bullet in the oil system, so you know the rules. Get an oil leak, time to go home. Because that will always eventually kill you if you leave it be. It's not a, it might kill you, it will kill you if you ignore an oil problem in a plane. Because it does not take very long for that to go from, well, the oil's a little warm to, the engine has either overheated or burst into flames. And if you're not at an airbase, then it's gonna be real bad. And here we go again. Looks like we're about matched in terms of players that are still alive. We seem to be doing better on the objective end, because we're already at a point where we can bomb their airbase. As far as I can tell, they are not at the same place with us. There's a lot more of a fighter ball there than I'd like to see, but not really got much choice but to go towards it, because that's where all the enemies are, and if we're gonna win, we need to shoot them down. Do we have any bombers left? No, so we can't bomb to win. We have to win this through air kills now. So our bombers did good in the first section on smoking their initial objectives, but none of them survived, which is not preferable. Engine needs to cool off a little bit. Thankfully, we don't need to worry too much about climbing. We can climb a little bit to have a little bit of a advantage over them as we come in, but a Spitfire, a P-39, and myself versus a P-51, a P-63, and a B-7A2. No way, he hit my oil tank. Completely destroyed it too. Not like a small hole, it's empty. We're dead men walking now. And of course, he just saws our wings off like it's nothing. Well, that's it for us. That was such an unfortunate round of passes. First pass completely guts my fuel tank and my water tanks. Second pass completely saws both wings off. It's just an instant like, well, guess we're done here. And that was it. They won. That went so poorly. It went from like things are going well to just complete and total loss in 0 time flat. Some tracer belts. That gives us like 5 or 6 mile an hour faster. That next upgrade will get us up to 9 faster. Udet. What is this one? Let's take a look, shall we? It's another one of those ones where there's just a ton of exhaust smoke from the plane being flown a lot. So that's kind of a problem with this particular plane. Anywho, but... Alright. At least we got tracers and we got some of the mobility upgrades. So we're not as bad off as we were. Swap over to the takeoff flaps. Well, hi there, friend. Why is the plane still heating up? Okay. It's like, that's not good. I cut down past weapon, it's still overheating. But now it's chilling out. And we're still gaining speed and altitude for now, so that's good. Cool. We're still gaining speed and altitude. That's my main worry. Got P-51 there. So far, not seeing any bombers or anything spotted, and I don't see any high altitude, like streams behind them either, so there might not be much in the way of high altitude bombers to go hunting, which is unfortunate because I like free kills. There's a B-34 right there, though. Not that it'll matter, and he's diving as well, so he's basically killing himself, but... he's already got a 109 chasing him, no point. An MB-157. I don't know if that's a bomber or a fighter, but it sounds like maybe a bomber. Looks like probably a fighter, but... I'm committed now, so we're going this way. An A6M, a Spitfire. Never mind, I'm no longer committed. It's a lot of fighters right there. Yeah, so the MB-157 is a fighter. Going off the fact that it's chasing our poor Stuka. Okay, we'll turn back around and we'll see if we can go in with our Focke-Wulf. Though I don't like that that Spitfire is so high above me. Because that means that guy's going to come down with some mean energy. I can only hope that my friendly Focke-Wulf wins. Oh, those are the AI planes. I was like, what's underneath me? That wasn't the intention there, but... Hey game, how about you let me swap targets, huh? Uh-oh. And I lost control, which is not great. And he knocked my engine, so we're already done for. Makes sense, we've got a 75% booster going on. Well, he went down before we did, so there's that at least. But it does check out. I activated a booster, so I deserved that. Here, we'll do it this way, because I feel like anytime you J out of your aircraft using the menu, the game just unnecessarily punishes you. Which is ridiculous, but, you know, I'm not going to risk it. Because it does seem to do that sometimes, where it's just, for no reason, it'll be like, you abandoned the battle, you will receive no XP, you should end yourself. And you're like, but why? I didn't do anything. Oh, we're trying to, okay. That's rough. Shoot down 2 enemy bombers. That's asking a lot, devs. The bombers tend to kill themselves before I can get to them, so I would love to shoot them down, but you know. I should have waited for the match to end, that way I could get some more points and then be able to unlock more stuff, but I'm not gonna wait. I'm not patient. Oh. Goodness gracious. Let's see, an IL-8 has been spotted, but I don't think much else has been yet, which is unfortunate, but we shall see what else we get in terms of options to go for. You're too high. A BTD high. I don't know if a Ur counts as a bomber, but I'm going to assume so since he's up that high already. Honestly, if I can get either one of them, that'd be the second bomber kill I need. A B-17. Whoa. We're at that tier. So we must have gotten like a full tier up then. That's unfortunate. You cannot wet for very long in this plane. Because it starts to overheat real aggressive like. PBM and I-185. I was like, ooh, PBM, and then I see 185. Not thrilled about that one. know that there's like a look down button, but I really need a look up option button right now. That way I could figure out whereabouts he is above me. I can hear him, but... Kai 100, go find someone else to shoot at. I need a bomber. I need the bomber kill. Yep, and there's the enemy interceptors. Oh, I got one of them. Kind of shocked by that, but I must have barrel stuffed his pilot there. Which is good. That's what you want to see, but I am shocked nonetheless. Sir. Sir, I need bomber kills. Leave me alone, you piece of crap. Well, at least I barrel stuffed the one Soviet plane. I'm not surprised it was then another Soviet plane that shot me down, because, you know, as I say every time, unlike in real life where the Soviet Air Force proved itself yet again that the Soviet Union was by far the most incompetent of the developed nations to participate in the World War, other than maybe Italy, and that they only survived through sheer force of numbers and luck. But beyond that, like, you know, their Air Force largely destroyed without ever having had a chance to even take off from the ground. Their army largely plagued by insufficient supplies, inadequate maintenance, and poor leadership. And their Navy, well, their Navy was a joke. The Russian Navy has always been a joke, though. That's kind of just a running theme with them. Like, they're the only... Like, they were considered a superpower, basically, before we really started deeming countries superpowers, and were the first European nation to lose a battle to an Asian nation in human history by sending their navy around to fight the Japanese after the Japanese had been modernizing for like 10 minutes. And that was sufficient, though, for the Japanese to kick the crud out of the Russian Navy and completely defeat them in like a series of 2 battles, and that was it. And the entire Russian Navy basically ceased to exist. It's almost impressive how poorly they performed. But you wouldn't be able to tell any of that stuff in playing this game. You play this game and suddenly they are monsters. They are top-notch performers. Glad that this 30% at least, it's more than one match, you know? So it's given me a little bit more out of it than the other ones were. The other ones being one match. I don't really care for the ones where it's like 500% for one match. It's like, okay, so you're saying it's all or nothing on that match. I either do really well and get paid out super well, or I might as well not have used it at all. There's no middle ground. It's very unfortunate. On getting that altitude built up. Turn this way. That's most likely where the bombers will be heading. need to cut back on the web because our plane's getting a little toasty, which means now we can't do any more climbing because for whatever reason this one does not have really any good climbing performance. There's an SB2C. Unfortunately, he does look like he's at a higher altitude. And it also looks like he's getting jumped, so... B-25 over there, but yeah, those guys will get to him first. SB-2C got shot down. I'm not gonna have any chances to shoot bombers down. Getting bomber kills is hard, because while they're easy to kill, you know, you also have to outrun all your friends to get them, typically, so it doesn't end up being me that's doing it, because I am not always in the best spot to rapidly intercept them. I'll make an attempt to go for that B-25, because if I can shoot him down, that'll fill the quota, but that J-26 is also going for him, and I don't know what that one is, but he looks like he's closing it real fast. That 109's going for him too. Not liking my odds, boys. Not liking my odds. We're still going to make a play for it, though, because we need it for the objective. It'll most likely backfire and result in us not getting it and having traded all of our altitude that we had gained for nothing. But... yeah, he's gone down. Yep, that was right. Yep, I couldn't even get on him in time to maybe get a couple of kill points. I wonder if it'll count the AI, you know? Maybe, maybe. It's my only hope now. Guess I largely just have to wait for these guys to do their dive bombing runs, that way I can attack them while they're at lower altitudes. That was close. Good Lord Almighty. And we lost control from that simple maneuver. Wake up, you piece of trash. There we go. There we go. Goodness gracious. Well, I'm out of cannon ammo, but we still got machine guns, so. And now we're out of ammo for that too, so I guess we're going home. It does not feel like that much ammunition in this thing. Makes me miss my Focke-Wulf with its 3,000 rounds of machine gun ammo, you know? No, that's not an airfield. That's an airfield. There are no active players left on the... Well, that was quick. I guess I can only hope that those counted as bomber kills for the mission, because otherwise we're still not done with it. And that means we have to hope that we get some next time. It did not count. I kind of figured it wouldn't. That would have been too convenient for us. That would have been too lucky. But at least we get some new 20mm belts, which is good. Armored air target, which is API high IT. I almost prefer the armored target belt. That's not bad. Let's see, so what is our normal one? IT, APHE, high. Nah, we'll go with it. We'll go with the air target belt. It's not a bad belt. It's just my initial first thought is like, it's not that good for what it is. It's not as good as some of the other ones. It's a lot of high, though. A lot of high explosive incendiaries, which are good for killing most planes. But man, do I really wish they'd give me a little bit more cannon ammo. I'm not that accurate, so I feel like I spend a lot of time just being like, well, out of cannons again. Okay. When it's this time of day on the desert map, I'm like staring out at the terrain, trying to figure out, I'm like, is it a desert or am I in Mongolia? Is it the steppes? I can't tell. We're gaining speed and altitude, so the engine upgrade is serving us well so far, which is good. Hopefully, we shall continue to see that performance. T-18B. I can't say I know what that is. Looks like an attacker going off the fact that he's diving straight towards our hostile, or towards our AAs and whatnot. And he did just smack him with rockets. B-25J crashed, which is disappointing because that's one less bomber for me to potentially go after. But there's a PBJ, and I do believe he counts as a bomber. If we can just kill him before our friends get here. Though we do have a friendly coming in real fast on the on our tail, and another one on our left. Yes! And now we hope that that counts. So I don't know if a PBJ counts as an attacker or a bomber. It's a 50-50 on which one it counts as. But I don't recall. Alright, we got a water leak. Time to go home. We might not be able to make it all the way back to the main strip, so we're going to have to go to the closer one. Because once that water's out, we're going to start overheating real quick. And then it's just a matter of time before the engine keels over. Alright. That water's completely empty, which means the oil's starting to get warm. But the airstrip's right there, so it'll be good. There we go. Well, at least we made it back, and we got 2 kills, which is also good. And thankfully he didn't, neither of them, like, insta one-tapped anything critical, which prevents us from making it home, so, you know. There we go. Now we can take back off. Put our flaps to take off variants. What's the enemy team looking like? Not good at all for them. They've got 2 planes. We've got almost our full team. What? What happened to my propeller? The heck was that? Well then, that was short-lived. So I guess we're gonna stay here and repair now. Game really hit us with the no on trying to take off. How unfortunate. How unfortunate. Alright. Okay, we'll have the nose aimed for there. Surely that shall not result in the plane dipping too much and busting its... Oh wait, hold on, let me get off the ground. Let me get off the ground, I want my takeoff points. Give me takeoff, give me takeoff. Yeah, baby! It's not much, but I'll take that little bit extra. And it did count. Good job. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. For the Hungarian Air Force and the Bulgarian Air Force roundels. Good. Got the engine injection. Good. Let's see. So what does this give us? Plus 1 mile an hour. Just about 2 mile an hour and 100 feet of climb. Holy. That won't give us more climb, but that will give us way better max speed. Could also get better cannons. Okay. That gives us a way better top speed, though, getting our wing repairs. So our 109s should be a fair bit faster now, and that almost gave us the cannon upgrade as well. So we'll take it because that'll be a nice improvement to have the cannon a little bit more consistent in its performance. After which we might unlock this because I want to see what that pod looks like and why does it add so little drag. Because normally gun pods are like, that's a heck of a thing to have. 8 mile an hour reduction it's not great. But it's only 100, it's less than 200 feet a minute from the climb rate, which isn't bad. It's over half a second to the turn time though, which is pretty rough, but it's still preferable to any of our bomb loadouts, which is kind of shocking. Because like it's 15 millimeter cannons. So, like I said, I can only assume they must be very low-profile cannons. Like, they must be built quite well to fit towards the inside of the wing. I'm wondering if it's like one of those little bulge pods that they do, instead of like a hanging one. The ones that just kind of bulge out of the wing. Because those do tend to have less drag, which would make sense. There we go. That's good news right there, too. Got both of those crews leveled up a bit more, but this 109 pilot is actually slowly becoming a good pilot. Like his, let's see, G tolerance is now 4.8. Or no, top is 6.2 is if you fully upgrade. Okay, I see. And we also upgrade stamina just that way. Those longer banking fights don't result in him passing out either, because that's another one that can do it. Like, it doesn't have to be super high G turns, but if you make a long enough decent G turn, then the pilot will still try to pass out on you, and it's just like, no, don't do it. No, don't do it. And the battle for Vietnam, what am I doing here? Hold on. We got our engine injections, we got our wing improvements, so we also should be a fair bit quicker now. So I'm looking forward to that, because the plane is performing well, all things considered. So long as I don't, smack its propeller on the ground whenever I'm trying to take off, apparently. apparently something I need to be concerned about. Funny thing is, I didn't even really catch what happened there. I looked away for a split second, and it just... I looked back, and it's like the prop's gone. And I'm like, wait, huh? What happened? What happened? Where'd my propeller go? Anyway, good morning, Vietnam. Welcome in. This is gonna suck for everyone that's